So there was some pretty sad news today and some pretty shameful news today. The sad news is that Sir Nicholas Winton passed away at the age of 106, and it's not sad for Nicholas Winton as much as it is for those who he leaves behind, including, for one, every other Christian in the world, whether Jewish or Gentile, because every time that the church loses someone, it's sad, though, especially for those who were in Nicholas Winton's family, and, of course, whether or not in the church, all those whom he saved during the Holocaust. The shameful part of all this is that even though Nicholas Winton was a Jew who was a Jewish Christian who risked his neck during the Holocaust to save all these children, the government of Israel still has refused to recognize him. They didn't even recognize him, according to the Jewish Virtual Library. They did not recognize him as even a righteous Gentile because of the fact that he was raised a Christian. And I know this is, but of course this is what I do. I comment on things and I analyze things. This is, of course, part of why the Netanyahu government and Agudat Yisrael are all the more evil, because, they apparently really like their Christian support. This and this and this. What could be more shameful than, after all these years, after all this time, after apparently loving all the Christian support of Israel, basically, and forgive my language, basically telling Nicholas Winton and his family, fuck you, we don't care that you saved Jews during the Holocaust just because you were a Jew who was a Christian. And I don't know what other message that the government of Israel could send by not recognizing Nicholas Winton for his efforts for saving other Jews during the Holocaust. And the same thing, by the way, with Eduard Popper, who was an ancestor of Helen Bonham Carter. He was actually a patrilineal Jew in Spain who, unfortunately, was recognized as a righteous Gentile, not as a Jew who also risks his neck to save Jews during the Holocaust. And, to me, I think that's the, nothing else. That's the, for lack of a better term, sadly, the tragedies that emerge out of stories like those of Nicholas Winton's and Eduard Popper's. Here, you have examples, Nicholas Winton and Eduard Popper, of two Jews who, just because they were Jewish Christians, weren't recognized as Jews who risked their necks to save other Jews during the Holocaust. And as I said, after all this time, after all the claims that, Netanyahu loves the support of Christians, it just goes to show, again, the more that Netanyahu and Shas and United Torah Judaism and all the other parties, for lack of a better term, parrot the same, we love the Christian support rhetoric, and they shoot off their mouths and do nothing about even recognizing two, as I said, two Jewish Christians who risked their necks and didn't have to. The words, we love the Christian support of Israel, are more than just empty words. They're words that are basically so hypocritical and, for lack of a better term, just beyond the pale. I don't know how you describe it. I don't know whether you describe it as full of irony, full of, I don't know, it's just... So I guess there's that, and what else do I say? I would hope that the Netanyahu government would finally do the right thing and say, look, at least we're going to recognize Winton and even Eduard Popper and other Jewish Christians who risked their necks during the Holocaust. Though, unfortunately, per Netanyahu and Agudat Yisrael, I really don't expect the Netanyahu government to do the right thing. And ever since 1996, they really haven't done the right thing. And actually, the fact that Netanyahu, with an exception of one term, has been prime minister for that long, it's kind of scary, especially when, as I said, he claims to want all this Christian support, and then he does everything to block especially Jewish Christians from supporting Israel and from even being recognized as Jews.